If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When we started writing our thoughts down on paper, it opened up endless possibilities. Ideas could grow beyond the borders of the mind, and it changed the world. Somewhere along the way, we lost touch with paper, distracted by devices made for every purpose except for thinking and focus. On edge, waiting for the next notification. But what if new technology didn't pull us away from paper, but brought us closer to it? Listen. That's not paper. It's the sound of the new Remarkable Paper Pro, rewriting the future. A paper tablet with a true color ink display, gentle reading light, and unheard of tactility. With digital features for taking notes, thinking, and organizing, without any distractions. Paper is about to change the world again. Get your paper tablet at remarkable.com today.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a new episode of the podcast AI Unraveled, created and produced by Etienne Newman, a senior engineer and producer. Remember to like and subscribe at Apple Podcasts to stay updated on all things AI. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a focused look at a really dynamic set of stuffs. These aren't just random headlines. They're the key developments, the big industry shifts we saw in AI just on July 30, 2025. It's been, well, another incredibly busy day, hasn't it? And our mission, as always, is to cut through all that noise for you. We're here to pull out the most important bits, the nuggets of knowledge and insight from this daily flood of AI news. Basically, help you understand what's really significant in this field that's moving just so incredibly fast. We want you to walk away feeling informed, not, buried. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's jump right into some really groundbreaking stuff in AI for education and research. So kicking things off in education, there's this fascinating new thing from OpenAI. They're calling it study mode for ChatGPT. And it's not just, spitting out answers. It's designed to be more interactive, like a learning tool. It gives structured explanations, tracks your progress, stuff like that. What's really clever, I think, is how it uses Socratic questioning. So instead of just, say, solving a calculus problem for you, it'll nudge you with questions like, what do you think the first step is?
Right, guiding you towards the answer.
Exactly. It feels like a direct response to those fears from educators. The AI just, stops kids from thinking critically. They're trying to position ChatGPT as a learning partner, not just an answer machine. And the numbers really show why they're doing this. Get this. 1 in 3 college-aged people are using ChatGPT, and learning is the top reason.
1 in 3, wow.
Yeah. And U.S. teen usage for schoolwork, it doubled from 13% in 2023 to 26% in 2024.
That's a massive jump in just 1 year.
It is. And it's not just OpenAI. Khan Academy's AI tutor, Khanmigo, it hit 700,000 users in 380 school districts last year. This is definitely going mainstream.
What's fascinating here is, it's this shift, isn't it? From AI as just the answer engine to AI as this sort of Socratic guide. It feels like a really critical point for the industry. It's not just a feature. It's them kind of acknowledging implicitly that the human part, the thinking, the understanding, the actual process, that's still key. Even with all this AI power, this could really change what education looks like in the AI age. And we're seeing others do it too, right? Anthropic's Claude has that learning mode they launched back in April.
That's a great point about them recalibrating, but okay, here's the catch. This is where, optimism bumps up against reality. There's an obvious flaw, as one source put it. Students can just toggle back to regular ChatGPT anytime.
Ah, right, the escape hatch.
Exactly. Common Sense Media tested this. They asked regular ChatGPT to write a flawed essay, make it sound like a 9th grader wrote it about To Kill a Mockingbird. And boom, it did it instantly. But study mode, it pushed back, said something like, I'm not going to write it for you, but we can do it together.
So it relies on the student choosing the harder path.
Pretty much. It's banking on the honor system, which, well, we know how that goes sometimes.
It really highlights that challenge, doesn't it? How do you build AI for responsible learning without just, like, locking it down completely?
Right.
That tension between guiding and, user freedom.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be interesting to watch. Probably needs more than just a software fix.
Definitely a cultural shift, maybe. So, okay, if AI is changing how we learn, what about how we discover things? That takes us from the classroom right to the edge of scientific research. Stanford's AI-powered virtual scientists, researchers at Stanford and the Zuckerberg BioHub, they've set up this virtual lab. It's got an AI principal investigator, believe it or not, that puts together teams of specialized AI agents.
Teams of agents, okay.
Yeah, and these agents design, debate, and test biomedical ideas. Imagine meetings that take seconds, not hours. Humans only had to step in about 1% of the time. These AI agents can even ask for tools independently, like using AlphaFold to help figure out their research strategy. And they've got actual results. The AI team came up with 92 designs for nanobodies. Those are like tiny specialized antibodies. And when they tested them in real labs, 2 of them actually worked, binding to a recent SARS-CoV-2 variant.
That's incredible. Actual physical results from a virtual team.
Right. Plus, they released the full transcripts of the AI team's discussions, their reasoning, so human researchers can see exactly how they got there, guide them, check their work. It's really transparent.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the implication is just huge. Science might not be limited by human constraints anymore. Time, energy, resources, even specific expertise. With these agentic AIs getting better and better, the whole pace of discovery could fundamentally change. It really challenges our old ideas about how research gets done. Maybe we can tackle problems we thought were just too big, too complex before.
Calling all AI innovators and tech leaders. If you're looking to elevate your authority and reach a highly engaged audience of AI professionals, researchers, and decision makers, consider becoming a sponsored guest on AI Unraveled. Share your cutting-edge insights, latest projects, and vision for the future of AI in a dedicated interview segment. Learn more about our thought leadership partnership and the benefits for your brand, and apply at https://djamgattech.com/afa-unraveled. You'll find the links in the show notes. Okay, let's shift gears now from the lab to the money side of AI, the finance and talent whirlwind. And here's where it gets really interesting. The investor appetite right now is just ravenous. Take an Anthropic. They reportedly closing in on a massive funding round. We're talking $3 billion to $5 billion.
Billion with a B.
Wow. And get this, that could push its valuation from $61.5 billion back in March to potentially $170 billion. Now, just 4 months later.
Tripling its value in 4 months.
Yeah.
That's astronomical.
Isn't it? If that goes through, Anthropic becomes the second most valuable AI company out there, just behind OpenAI, which hit, $300 billion valuation in March. And notice the trend here. They're both courting sovereign wealth funds. Qatar, Singapore. It seems like that's the playbook now to get these huge sums of capital.
Well, that scale of funding, it's not just about the money itself, is it? It's a strategic signal. It shows the enormous value the market sees in these foundational models. And tapping into those global funds, especially sovereign wealth, gives them a really long runway for R&D, for expansion. It fuels that global race for AI dominance. But this raises an important question about ethics, right? Balancing the need for huge funding with where that money actually comes from, especially if it's potentially from, let's say, repressive regimes. That's a tricky line to walk.
Absolutely. A very important point. And speaking of competition, the fight for talent is just brutal. Meta is being incredibly aggressive. Reports say they're trying to poach over a dozen people from Mira Murati's new place, Thinking Machines Lab. She used to be CTO at OpenAI.
Right, TML.
Yeah. And the offers are insane. One apparently over $1 billion, others in the $200 to $500 million range over 4 years. First-year guarantees of $5,100 million.
$1 billion for one person.
That's the report. And Zuckerberg himself is apparently getting involved, sending WhatsApp messages to recruits. The pitch from Meta's CTO, Andrew Bosworth, seems to be all about open source, commoditizing AI to undercut rivals like OpenAI.
Interesting strategy.
What?
But is it working?
Well, here's the thing. Despite those mind-blowing numbers, apparently not a single person from TML has actually jumped ship yet. There seems to be a lot of skepticism in the industry about Meta's actual plan, their roadmap. Money isn't everything, it seems.
Fascinating. So even at that level, the vision matters.
It seems so. And this talent war is hitting Apple, too. They keep losing AI experts to Meta. Bowen Zhang is the fourth researcher from Apple's foundational models team to go to Meta's superintelligence labs in just 1 month.
Fourth in a month. Ouch.
Yeah, joining others like Tom Gunter, Mark Lee, and Ruming Pang. Remember that name? His hiring reportedly cost Meta $200 million alone.
Good grief.
Apple's response, apparently they're slightly increasing pay for their AI teams, but it's just not anywhere near what Meta is throwing around.
It really does paint a picture of an intense AI arms race. But for people, for expertise, it shows how valuable top human talent still is, even as the AI gets smarter. Human ingenuity is still the key resource here.
Absolutely. And while the talent battles rage, the hardware scene is shifting too. Nvidia's challenger Groq, the AI chip maker, they're reportedly close to a $6 billion valuation.
That's significant. It signals, I think, a really healthy diversification happening in AI hardware. It's not just Nvidia anymore. More competition, more players. That's good news. It can spur innovation, maybe bring costs down eventually. Definitely a challenge to Nvidia's dominance.
Calling all AI innovators and tech leaders. If you're looking to elevate your authority and reach a highly engaged audience of AI professionals, researchers, and decision makers, consider becoming a sponsored guest on AI Unraveled. Share your cutting-edge insights, latest projects, and vision for the future of AI in a dedicated interview segment. Learn more about our thought leadership partnership and the benefits for your brand and apply at https://dgemget.tech.com/mumai-unraveled. Links are in the show notes.
Okay, let's pivot now. Let's look at the wider impact of AI on society and some of the emerging issues and concerns. So what does this all mean for us day to day?
Well, Mark Zuckerberg has thrown down a gauntlet. He published this manifesto declaring Meta's new mission is to build personal superintelligence.
Personal superintelligence.
Yeah.
What does he mean by that?
He describes it as a form of AGI, artificial general intelligence, but specifically designed as a tool to help individuals achieve their own goals. And this announcement comes right after that huge $14.3 billion investment in Scale AI. And, that hiring spree we just talked about, it all connects.
Setting the stage.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is how he subtly kind of takes a shot at rivals. He says Meta's goal is different from others who think superintelligence will just automate all the jobs and humanity will end up on universal basic income.
Drawing a clear line in the sand.
Yeah, positioning Meta's vision as empowering the individual within an AI future.
What's fascinating here is you really see these competing visions for what AI is for. Is it a tool for personal empowerment, like Zuckerberg suggests? Or is it something that fundamentally replaces human labor, leading to that UBI scenario? These aren't just tech strategies. They have massive societal implications. It's a philosophical debate playing out through code and capital.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of changing fundamentals, how about job interviews? This one really caught my eye. Meta is piloting AI-enabled interviews.
Meaning, AI helps you in the interview.
Exactly. Candidates doing coding assessments can actually use AI assistance during the test.
Seriously. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Meta's argument is, look, this mirrors how engineers actually work now, right? Using AI tools is part of the job, so why pretend otherwise in an interview? They also say it helps reduce covert AI cheating, people sneaking uses of AI by just making it open. The focus shifts. It's less about raw coding from memory, more about your prompting skill, how well you can guide the AI, interpret its output. They're calling it vibe coding.
Vibe coding. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a shift.
It really is, and it puts pressure on traditional hiring because other big companies like Amazon, Anthropic, they're still saying absolutely no AI tools during interviews. So you have this real split in approaches.
This raises an important question. How does this change what we even mean by competence? If collaborating effectively with AI becomes the key skill, not just, knowing syntax off the top of your head, the skills we value are changing right before our eyes.
Absolutely. It redefines proficiency. Now, as AI gets woven deeper into everything, we're also seeing, predictably, some friction. Here's where it gets really interesting. Some real-world bumps. For example, Hertz customers are complaining. Their AI-powered car scanners are apparently flagging damages that weren't there, leading to unfair charges.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a problem. Transparency, accountability. Who fixes it when the AI gets it wrong?
Exactly those concerns. And then on the other side, you have YouTube using AI in a potentially very positive way. They're deploying AI systems to identify teen users, even if they didn't put in their real birth date.
How?
The details aren't fully clear, but the goal is to apply age-appropriate protections automatically, like disabling personalized ads, turning on digital well-being features, using AI for safety and privacy.
That's a really interesting application, using the tech to enforce safeguards.
Definitely. And one more power dynamic shift. Microsoft's perceived edge in AI might be under pressure. OpenAI is reportedly looking to work more with other cloud providers, not just relying solely on Microsoft Azure.
Diversifying their infrastructure. Makes sense. Reduces dependency, maybe gets better pricing.
Right. It could shift the balance in the cloud wars for AI. Shows even the tightest partnerships can evolve as the market matures. And just a super quick rundown of a few other things from July 30th, because it was a busy day. Google's Notebook LM added video overviews. Microsoft is apparently close to a deal to keep access to OpenAI tech, even post-AGI.
Hedging their bets.
Seems like it. XAI opened the waitlist for its Imagine generator images, video, maybe even audio. Adobe dropped new AI features in Photoshop Harmonized, Generative Upscale. Ideogram released Character for consistent characters. And Writer launched an enterprise AI agent called Action Agent, just constant updates. It really is. And look, to help you keep up with all this and maybe even get certified in the space, don't forget Etienne Newman's AI certification prep resources. He's got ebooks and audiobooks for Azure AI Engineer, Google Cloud Generative AI Leader, AWS AI Practitioner, Azure AI Fundamentals, Google Machine Learning. You can find them all at dgemcape.com, Shopify, or Google Playbooks. Plus, check out the AI Unraveled Builders Toolkit. It's packed with AI tutorials, guides, audio, video, everything you need to start building with AI yourself. We've put links for all of that in the show notes. Wow. Okay, that was quite the deep dive today. From AI reshaping learning and science to these crazy talent wars and investments, and right down to how it's changing job interviews and raising accountability questions. It's just undeniable how fast this tech is moving and changing, well, everything. Pulling these key threads together for you, we hope it gives you a clearer perspective.
It really does. And maybe a thought to leave you with. Given this incredible speed of innovation, but also the complex ethical and societal questions popping up constantly, how do we, collectively, figure out the right boundaries, the responsibilities that come with building and deploying this powerful technology? That's the ongoing conversation, isn't it?
That is a fantastic question, something for all of us to think about. We hope today gave you a solid snapshot of the AI pulse right now. What stands out to you from all this? Keep watching, keep asking questions. Thanks so much for joining us for today's deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.